Good morning, my kings, queens, and trolls of YouTube. It's your girl, Queen C. And today's video, I want to touch on child support. One of my subscribers had said something to me about making a video about child support, and I wanted to wait until I got the rest of my equipment so it could be, a better quality video. But last night I was catching up on that show Black Ink, and I'm gonna have to say, like, that dude, oh shit, he needs to have his name changed permanently to piece of shit, because that's exactly what the hell he is. I was so disgusted by that episode. I just, words cannot describe. Like, basically, this bastard don't take care of his kids, but he keeps on making more babies, and he claims his baby mama is crazy. But guess what? You picked her. Either way, moving right along. She tried to work things out with him, which shows she must not be vindictive because she didn't have a child support order in place. He was supposed to be paying, but he wasn't paying consistently, and he wasn't doing like he was supposed to. And he's not shit, because in like one of the other seasons, this fool actually told her that he took a DNA test and the baby wasn't his, knowing fully damn well he didn't do that and the child was his. He then proceeded to tell his friends and co-workers the same thing, that the baby wasn't his. So this fool lied on national TV about it, and basically that right there in a nutshell is proof that he ain't shit. But what really like grinded my gears was the fact that this girl, she tried to work things out with him, and when she couldn't, she didn't have no choice but to go down to the courts and file for child support and have him served. So the server comes into the shop and they looking for him to serve him, and they in there making excuses for him, and the damn boss is sitting up there talking about some, he don't work here no more. And it's like, y'all grown ass men, and y'all sitting up there covering for a motherfucker that ain't taking care of his seed. Like, y'all just as corny as he is. Like, that is so trifling. Like, how you gonna sit up there and enable this dude and support this dude when he made a life that he's not taking care of? Like, to me, when a dude is not doing something like that, men need to rally together and let that dude know that's not cool. Don't let that shit be cute and acceptable. Y'all need to let him know, yo, you ain't shit. There he is right there. Take care of your child. Because if the court has to force you to take care of your child, your ass deserves to be served. And you deserve to be served, because shouldn't nobody from the state, from nowhere, have to tell you that you have to take care of your child? That should be a given when your ass gets somebody pregnant. You know it's yours. You know that a child needs time and money to be taken care of. Raise your babies. Don't make nobody tell you. But in the case of women, that don't have no choice but to go to the court system, you got to do what you got to do. You can't keep on relying on an empty word if somebody is telling you, oh, I'm going to do it, but they never do, because you got to do what's best for your child, and you need help. Nobody should get away with not taking care of their babies. You make them, you take care of them. Plain and simple. You don't want to take care of no babies? Keep your dick in your drawers and keep your legs crossed. Plain and simple. That is what it is. There is no form of birth control that is 100% going to keep you from getting pregnant. So you got to be careful for who you lay up with, because eventually, if you lay up with somebody on a one-night stand, somebody you don't love, somebody that you don't like, you impregnate them, you're going to be dealing with that person till your child is 18 years old or till your child is in college. And I'm not sitting up here just getting on men, because, I understand there's some women out there that's trifling as hell, that want to live off child support and all that kind of stuff. It used to kill me. I know a female, and she was so fucking trifling. Like, she would give her child like sugar water and Kool-Aid, and the child's teeth ended up getting rotten out and had to get pulled and stuff like that, because she was too lazy to go down the WIC and get formula and do stuff that she needed to do to make sure her child was straight. You know what I mean? And I remember once upon a time them calling me up asking for Pampers, but these fools had cigarettes and beer and stuff like that, but their baby ain't have no Pampers. You know what I'm saying? Like, straight up trifling. So I understand, some of you fellas, I understand your gripes and stuff like that, and y'all don't like the fact that, you got some baby moms out here that's just fucking trifling and don't take care of their kids. And let me tell you something, they ain't shit either. Male or female, if you're not taking care of your babies, you ain't shit. I don't know no other way to put it. You ain't shit. Now, if you got a female that's comfortable with living off of kibbles and bits of child support, she's trifling. She's trifling. Because let me tell y'all something, for real. I remember at one point, when I got divorced and stuff like that, before we were able to really like work things out into detail, the courts awarded me under $300. Now, I live in New Jersey. The cost of living is different from state to state. It varies. But let me tell y'all something. It's only right for my daughter to have her own room. You know, it's certain things that children make your cost of living go up higher. I wasn't greedy. I didn't want a lot of money from my child's father, but let's face it, if you're not making diddy dollars, you're not paying no whole bunch of money in child support. That little bit of child support that most of these guys have to pay ain't shit. My rent for a 2-bedroom apartment was $800. Did I expect my child's father to pay half my rent? No, I didn't. But I expected him to pay 1/4 because that's how much it costs. That's half of the amount it costs for my daughter to have this extra bedroom. So I'm looking at it, and I did like a little chart just to help y'all understand what I'm saying, because I feel like I'm 50% responsible for my child, and he's 50% responsible for my child. So what I did was I took my monthly bills, rent, electricity, and water, and I cut it in half because that's my portion. And then I cut it in half again because that's the portion that me and him should share. So that's basically 1/4 of everything. I was asking for him to pay 1/4 of everything. So that was $200 in rent, 1/4. Electricity, $75, 1/4. Water a month, $15, 1/4. When it came to healthcare and things that were specifically for my child only, like healthcare, food, and after school care, I expected him to pay 1/2 of that. So healthcare was $25, food was $75, after school care was $100. And I didn't even add up the total for shoes, clothes, activities, transportation, and copays for my daughter's medication because she was an asthmatic child. So that was a total of about $550 if you threw in a couple extra dollars just to put towards clothes and stuff like that. So the courts ain't even awarding you half of that. They're not even awarding you half of what it takes to take care of a child. Like I said, if a man ain't making diddy dollars, it ain't really enough to live off of. So like all these dudes that's corny, you know what I'm saying, and they mad they gotta pay child support and they don't want to pay because they see their baby moms with their hair done and their nails done. Let me tell y'all something. Y'all have no gripe with a woman that grooms herself if your child is groomed as well. If your child is taken care of, they have nice clothes, they're well fed, you can't be worried about what your baby mama's doing and what she got, because you don't know she has a sponsor, a fiance. You don't know what's going on in her life to make her be able to afford to keep herself groomed. And it's none of your business. The only time it's your business is when she looks good, you paying child support, and your child looks like shit. If she looks shitty sharp and your child looks just like shit, then you need to not talk about it. What you need to do is take your ass to the courts and be about it and file for some type of custody for your child, because you just saying, oh, I don't like the fact that she got her hair and nails done, but my child ain't in designer clothes and all that kind of stuff. You can't say I'm just not going to pay, because then all you doing is saving yourself, but you're not doing anything for your child. Because at the end of the day, a woman that's willing to live off of like under $300-400 a month, she ain't shit. That chick ain't got no goals. That chick ain't got no goals. And you need to be more, involved in your child's life. If she's willing to just live off of that, you need to be more involved in your child's life. But, I'm not just coming down on the guys and stuff like that. Like I said, I recognize there's some women out there that use child support as a punishment, as a come up. And if you're using child support for anything other than the well-being of your child, you ain't shit. You ain't shit. But you got to understand, you guys need to be realistic about how much it costs to take care of these kids. Little bit of change and stuff like that shit ain't doing nothing. That's just a drop in the bucket for other shit. Because a woman that loves her kids and wants to take care of her kids is going to be spending way more than somebody's damn $200 on their kids. Now, also, I want to address the fact that a lot of times you guys will, sit up there and say, oh, well, I pay child support. That's it. Blah, 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 blah. No, that's not it. No, that's not it. You know what I mean? You got to spend time with your kids too. It's not all about the money, but the kids, they need money to survive. They need money to survive. It's not for you to decide how this woman that has your child should be living. Men are supposed to lead, provide, and protect. That's your job. That's your job. So you don't get an excuse for making more babies when you can't take care of the first one. You don't get an excuse for having just a minimum wage job when the woman has full custody of your child. Get 2 jobs. Do what you got to take to make sure that you can contribute enough for your child to have a good, life, a healthy upbringing, all that kind of stuff. You got to do what you got to do to make sure your child is a productive, healthy member of society. And that is by paying child support, and a realistic amount of child support, and being in your child's life so you can help gear them on how to be good, productive men and women of society. Bickering with your baby mom about spare change is not going to help that situation. All it's going to do is cause jealousy, animosity, and problems in the future. If you can, try to work things out. Do things without the courts. But if you have to go to the courts because you have an unwilling participant, then you got to do what you got to do. That's all I have for today. I will be making more videos about child support because, you know, this 10 minutes is really not enough time to really fully get into it, but I just wanted to touch base on it. So, you know, you guys don't forget to subscribe to me, and I'll be back with another video soon. Peace from the Sea Hive, guys.